So what can you do past just the protests on the street, calling your representatives, and boycotting these oligarchs? Well, I would say, we have to look to other protest movements in the past. For example, in the civil rights movement, there were also instances of civil disobedience, things like sit-ins, where people sit, in that case it was black people sitting in a whites-only restaurant, and they would be arrested for having committed that crime of sitting in that restaurant. To be quite frank, you have to break a law for civil disobedience. I'm not necessarily advising that, but one of the questions is, if peaceful protest isn't enough, what's the next step? And civil disobedience is a peaceful form of breaking the law to make a statement, much like a large protest or rally. The other example I'd like to point to is France. Now, anytime the people are unhappy about anything in France, and I apologize for generalizing here, it seems like the entire country goes on strike, and the issue is resolved when, for example, the government realizes, hey, we actually need all these teachers to teach people, or hey, we need all these bus drivers. And so mass strikes or mass movements like that can also work. The problem is, I know that most people in America can't afford this. Most people in America can't afford to commit civil disobedience and go to jail. Most Americans can't afford to go on strike and not get that paycheck. So I'm doing my best to give you guys answers, but this is a complicated question, and I don't think anyone has all the answers.